Hello, Virgo. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. This is Beauty Soul Tarot. Okay, so I am not sure if I'm going to keep this channel or what I'm doing with it, but I've had this instinct to upload some videos for you guys. So, I'm also still available for private readings. So, if you are interested in a private reading, I'll put the information down below. This is going to be for April, middle of April, middle end of April, basically, 2026. And we're just going to see what's going on. The energies can reverse. So even if I say this is about you, it could be about someone else. And it could be like talking about the other person. So this is for Virgo. Let's see what is going on for Virgos. Also, any placement that you have in Virgo, this could resonate. Okay, here we go. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Strength in reverse. So I'm just going to place these down and then I'm going to get into the message. Okay, Virgo. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I've been noticing right away that there's a collective theme of kind of frustration that's going on for, I think it's because of the planetary energies and where the aspects are aligning. Like, I'm not sure if we're in Mercury retrograde right now, but I know that if we are in something where there's a retrograde of any kind or a review of any kind, it can be frustrating to deal with. Okay, so first of all, there's someone, whether it's you or another person, who is frustrated because who's getting who's feeling offended, like someone's ego here is offended because there's been an opportunity, and I don't want to say it's so much the ego, it's basically being left out. Like, it's when you feel ignored, abandoned, and it feels like there's not much, you almost feel like there's not much hope, but that's not necessarily the case, but like it feels that way because there's something very important, very valuable, like an opportunity that you're fighting for that feels like it's turned down, turned away, or it's not like an option. It almost feels like it almost feels like a door got closed and you're like, wait, no, I wasn't ready for that door to close yet. And now it's like someone feels like they got ahead of themselves a little bit, and they were walking around, like, I feel like someone feels like the door got closed on them or an answer was told to them. Let's see where this goes. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so this definitely has to do with the energies at play. I feel like someone is quite frustrated. Eight of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. We have the Eight of Wands. Something came out of nowhere. It started moving, right? Like, there could have been communication, text messages, conversations, a letter. So, like, there could be something that's coming through in the form of, like, perspective, thought, like, communication. But then there's this weight. Something is heavy over here. Like, it's like I'm hearing a boulder. So I'm just going to put these separate here. There's something that feels like it is a boulder and it is tugging. I'm hearing like, no, let's reverse it. This is a lot like Leo, a lot like the Leo reading. But then here's the other thing. Okay, so now I want to take this back. It's not so much of a boulder at this point. It's there's something turning in a circle, and so now I'm hearing Wheel of Fortune. There's something that's turning in a circle, and you've released control of whatever this is. Like, you're like, okay, I let this go. You're like, um, please restore. So this could also be something on like a computer system, like, oh no, I deleted my files. Please restore. You're like, okay, this is a lot to deal with, but I think I can overcome this. It's like you're thinking you can untie yourself or you can reestablish something. Okay, let's see. I feel like you sent a message that you didn't intend to, or okay, let's take the Queen of Wands out. She's trying to come out. You're like, wait, no, look. Okay, Seven of Swords in reverse. Something strategically unravels itself or turns itself back. The clock turns back in the correct direction. There's someone who's very like not very not doesn't seem very supportive, definitely more analytical, and I almost feel like withholding something. However, I feel frustrated for some reason. Like, let's see here. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. There's two people here that are showing up. One of them is proactive. One of them is excited, right? And then we have another person who's not very open to whatever this is. So we have like a withheld person. We have this pressure, these pressure points. And this female energy is very creative and very communicative and opened. So I feel like there's a person here that's helping, that's supportive of this very, I'm hearing a desolate ego hit. And I'm hearing that time is going to make this, like, over time, this is going to get better. But then there's someone who, this person could be in charge. Like, there's a masculine energy that could be in charge who's saying no to an opportunity. But it's not that they're saying no. I feel like they're separate from it. Like, it's a separate thing. I feel like this is like the opportunity itself is a no, but then there's like other pockets. Like there's other pockets of possibilities. And then this right here, the Ten of Wands, it feels like something that's unnecessary and very annoying. So it feels like you're like if I moved this card out, I feel like you would feel relief. Because there's something that is trying to get it's like trying to get a hold of something. Let's see where this goes. Because you're wanting this to go back up so you can continue on with what your plan is, so that you can continue on with what you're doing. You're wanting it to go back up, and then if that goes back up, then this person somehow comes your direction. Like this masculine energy somehow comes in your direction, and then somehow it feels like answers are completed. But because these are like this, it feels like you're like, no, this is so annoying. Like, I don't want this here. So let's see how this can get better, how this can change. Virgo. A very stubborn and very practical person, very much making a decision based on money, could make higher decisions. This person's stressed out too because they feel like something's out of their control. And they know that there's an interest or a desire to get things figured out. There's also 2 to 3 people involved in the situation. So there's 2 masculine figures that are business folks or that are like friends, so brothers, siblings. There's something about the creative communication that brings someone some kind of relief. But something still keeps I'm hearing a flag keeps going up. There's a flag, or like there's like a blockade that keeps popping out. And there's this feminine energy who's making a very wise decision here, who's, I'm hearing this is a challenge. And this judgment is very powerful and amazing. Like there's something about the stance. I feel like this could be you, but I mean, whoever it is, the stance is very beautiful and it's a beautiful place to be. And then there's all this noise like in the background and around. It's like, it's unnecessary inputs that are unnecessary, that are just, you're just like, come on, let's go, let's turn this back. And I feel like these guys over here are stubborn, and they're just like in this overthought process, and there's a lot of overthinking about communication and about ideas and about something coming in. And but then there's this judgment that comes in. There's this positive judgment that comes in to turn this in a different direction. Virgo, let's see. Virgo. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Yeah, something turns and spins around back in your favor, and then you can go. Okay, so it's almost like you reestablish some kind of control. I'm hearing the car that you're driving is turning, and it's turning, and then you get to go. It's like you're on a freeway or something, and whatever was blocking, it's like, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now it's turning, now it's turning. So, and then there's more excitement there. There's creativity there. There's still someone who's like in charge, and the decisions are definitely not something that you feel is appropriate, or you don't like the person or the, I'm getting whoever there's someone who's kind of just a control, no, they're not a control freak. They're more like, I'm in power and this is just the way it is. That's what they're saying. It's kind of like they're saying, I'm in power and this is just the way it is, and you're just going to do as I say, and that's the way it is. And but I don't know what it is that turned. Like something turned in this, during this time frame, that makes you excited again. You're like, yes. You're like, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna figure this out. And something, I'm hearing a round of applause, someone got out of a rut. It's still taking its sweet time. There's something kind of gross. I'm hearing there's something gross that is, you're stuck with, or someone's stuck with. It could be someone around you. Like I'm hearing like, this is just gross, I'm stuck with this. And there's again, there's this person here that's just very inspiring with these ideas. And then like these grouchy people over here, they're like, okay, we'll move forward, we'll go forward. But it's very mysterious, I would say, confusing. I like this person over here because they're like, it's gonna be okay, we're gonna get through this, it's great. And then there's this person who's like, that's too much, I don't like it, you're extreme. Someone's saying you're extreme. So for, as an example, I don't want to use myself as an example here, but the way that I'm talking, like I'm thinking it's weirdly extreme, and that's the feeling I'm getting here. It's like, you know, someone's like, oh, that's a lot, or, but it could be one's own self-criticism, or it could just be also, I'm hearing several opinions that are just like, oh, okay, it's not that serious or something. So I think someone's just having a response. This could go several different ways, so I'm trying to get all of it here. We have the Justice in reverse, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I feel like there's someone who's sitting watching and just watching and listening, and they're like, this doesn't feel fair. This definitely feels like it can't be done, but there's some idea or there's some message or there's some confirmation that comes up that's inspiring, that gives hope. Um, it feels like something that's missing here is water. I would say that what feels like um, it feels like there needs to be more nurture, more like love in the experience. But once again, this isn't something that you can necessarily control the whole thing, because I'm telling you, I feel like what's going on in the planetary energies is definitely has something to do with this. But I feel like what I'm getting is a lot of fire, water, I mean, fire, air, and kind of some, I'm hearing dirty earth. And not to sound like I'm overstepping or anything, but like I feel like something's in a rut, it's trying to be dug up, dug out. And this is getting to me because it feels like there's someone here who's in the trenches almost metaphorically, and not something that can't be figured out, but it feels like someone feels empty. They feel very empty. And it feels unfair, but there's work that's being done behind the scenes that is going to push this forward. So it is going to work out. There's a, things get back to positivity, like a positive sense of well-being, structure. It's still disappointing, but there's still some level of positivity and structure and a sense of basically security. So I would just give it some time. I don't know when you're watching this, but I do think there's little peaks of hope that pop up here and there, and there's motivation. And it, yeah. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Talk to you later. Bye.